I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Timbuk2 Slacker Chest Pack, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe so we can keep making content to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. Starting off on the materials, we have a 100% recycled nylon and polyester from pre- and post-consumer materials. So essentially what that's saying is that this is made with recycled materials when and where that can be, which is really great if you like to be a little bit more eco-conscious with the gear that you're buying. There is a little note on the inside, which we'll look at in a second, but it's just kind of fun. On the outside here, we have the Timbuk2 logo, which is pretty subtle. I mean, it's like bold and large, right? But like in the scheme of things, it's pretty just chilling at the bottom there. And then it actually is like a little, I mean, this isn't really necessary. I wouldn't call it a carry handle. I guess you could technically grab it by that. But if you want to wear this like while you're biking or something like that, you can attach like a bike light or something. At the very base here, you can see it's a little bit more reinforced fabric, whereas it's lighter material up top, or on the front rather, and then up top it's still reinforced as well. So overall it just kind of has this nice sleek look to it. There are some options with some bright zipper pulls and things like that if you wanted to add a little bit of color, but we like the black version here. It's just pretty subdued in general. But it is just like a very kind of basic outside here. We have YKK zippers with little paracord pulls and then plastic on the end, nice and grippy. It's like a little hexagon. I haven't counted, but it looks like a hexagon. And then that opens nice and easy, opens with 2 zippers, so you can put the zippers on either side and get quick access to it no matter where it is on your body. The harness system is pretty simple as well, but it is really beefy, if that makes sense. So we have some mesh on this back panel here, which is pretty padded. You can see it's decently thick, and that just adds a little bit of aeration and just makes it pretty comfortable. And then with this strap, it's a little on the thicker side, but it's this really soft seatbelt material, and it's really easy to adjust. You can see I'm just pulling it. It never slipped out of adjustment for me, which is big. You don't want that to happen, but it is easy to adjust when you want to do it on the fly. And then we have a large buckle with some Timbuk2, it's debossed, and that opens up nice and quick and easy. And then you can easy on and off essentially, but what's nice is that this is actually towards the front of the pack, so while it does kind of impact the aesthetic of the sling when you're wearing it on your front, what's really nice about it is that you can wear this sling with a backpack on or something, and you're not going to feel that large buckle in your back. You might feel this adjustment, but it's a lot smaller in comparison, so that is really great. Timbuk2 mentions that you can wear this in either chest pack mode, or you can wear it as a fanny pack or a hip belt or waist pack or something like that. But I found it most comfortable as a sling. I think it's designed, to kind of fit nice and snug to your body. It's a pretty low profile, but I'm going to talk about when we get into the next section about how gear just kind of slips down to the bottom. But it is really easy to get adjusted if you need to. This buckle now is on my front here, so I can wear it on my back, I can wear it on my front, or if you really wanted to, you can just take this off really quickly, really easy to disengage, and then you can put it around your waist, give it a quick tighten, and then essentially you are ready to roll with it in hip pack mode. And it's still low profile when it's down here too, but I think that with its size and being a little bit wider, I just felt more comfortable with it in sling. Now onto the main event, the main compartment. There are no secondary pockets on this sling. It's just whatever you have is just gonna fit in that basically main compartment there, no back pockets or anything like that. So it opens nice and easy, and then you get access to kind of this rounded shape. You can see all my gear in here is almost layered up so that it fits nice and smoothly, but there's still some space to spare. So if you had I don't know, if it was winter and you had a hat or gloves or something like that, there's still a decent amount of space to work with here. So I have my phone and wallet in there. I have a measuring tape because I was doing some shopping over the weekend to get stuff for my place, whatever. And then this back pocket here, we have some mesh. It's like a mesh with the elastic top, and that spans the width of the back panel essentially. And so this is like a nice long pocket where like you can put your phone in here or like sunglasses or something like that. But I use this to hold my keys actually. So I also have headphones and chapstick in here just so that they were like quicker and easier to find. They weren't like kind of flopping around that main compartment. But this key leash is crazy long. So you can see, I mean, it's bright, so it's hard to miss. But I was able to unlock my door without even taking this bag off, which I really like. I think it makes it just way more convenient. However, you do have a lot of extra strap to work with. And I did kind of need to like bend in a weird way in order to get it to unlock, but like it was still a smooth enough experience that I left my keys on basically the entire time. But with that, like if I were to leave this in the main compartment, these keys are just gonna be flopping all over the place. And then there's a lot of extra strap to work with. So I felt that the best spot for it was really just in that back pocket. So that's why I put like headphones and chapstick in there instead of my phone, so that it wasn't like leaning up against my phone and like scratching it and things like that. And then whatever else I want is protected in this main compartment here. However, because this is a sling, it's going to be sitting on you at an angle, which means that like if I were to put, I don't know, let's just load all of this in here, right? And then I were to put it on my body at an angle, all of these things that I have in here kind of shift down to the bottom. So I found it really best to, it was like, I almost found myself like bringing more than I needed to just to make sure that the sling was packed out exactly how I needed it to be so that my stuff didn't move all over the place, which isn't super convenient if you're somebody who's like a real minimalist packer and you want to carry like the least amount of things possible. But with me, you know, with this amount of stuff that I have in here, this is pretty much like what I brought daily, and I felt really comfortable with it, with some space to spare. So that's really great. And then here is that little patch that I was talking about earlier. It says keeping junk out of the dump since '89, which is really great. That's just a nod to those recycled materials. So overall, I felt like it was a really nice and comfortable fit. I think if you're looking like to kind of get into slings, or you want something that's like really like low profile and unassuming, but still has a good amount of space. With this being 2 liters, you do have a good amount of storage room, but it's not going to be over the top, and it's still really comfortable to wear on without like bulking out or anything like that. So there you have it, the Timbuk2 Slacker Chest Pack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.